Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be today's topic. It is going to be for February the 12th. As always, you can enter to win a free read with me by writing the word compassion in the comment section, being a subscriber to the channel, and giving this video a thumbs up. Those three things get you entered to win, and I have not chosen anybody yet this week, okay? So we start the storyline out with the Two of Swords, who's trying to make a decision. We got somebody sitting there trying to decide, what do I do? What do I do? I would argue that this person is like very much at a crossroads. So I'm not taking any of those because it was like 15 cards that dropped. Okay. 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Do I come back together or do I walk away? Well, no wonder this is two distinctly different avenues. Do I walk away and never think of this again? Or do I say, I want to come back into union? Why are they at a crossroads like that? Why is it such a distinctive, like, do I do this or do I do that? Well, they know that they have to make a decision. Hangman in the reverse. And they know that whatever choice they make, it's going to have one result or the other. Tell me about this person trying to make this choice. We've got a 5 of Wands in the reverse. There's somebody who is at a phase in their life where they don't want anything of conflict. So either they think something could work or they think it cannot. Okay, so they've been obsessed about this for a while with the Devil card. This is somebody who has been unable. This is the thing that is like, I have got to make a decision because it is holding me up. This is the devil in my mind. This is the thing that stops me from moving forward always. I either need to heal from this or I need to heal it with this person. We got the Star, we got the 3 of Coins, we got the 9 of Wands, and we got a King of Cups. I'm not really sure why, if this character is saying the devil in my mind is that I'm obsessed with this. I need, well, okay, hang on. This just became very clear as I was speaking. What it is that they have been obsessed with the idea that I want this and I love this. And if this person doesn't want and love this with me, they don't want to have a chance to make this right with me, then I have to let them go because I love them and I need to get this off my chest. Okay, so somebody wants to actually heal this. It could be an Aquarius, doesn't have to be. They're coming up as a King of Cups, so just somebody who's very loving. Could be a water sign, doesn't have to be. We do have Pisces also with the Hanged Man. We got the Capricorn with that Devil card, and then, like I said, Aquarius with the Star card. But they're showing up as that King of Cups, so they could be a water sign, right? So, I mean, they don't have to be, a Pisces or Scorpio or Cancer, but could be. I would just recognize it as someone who is at that point where they're saying, I have to go ahead and know if there's any chance for this to be healed or if I'm walking away because there is no chance. And they come across as a king who needs to know the answer to this. Tell me about the situation. Like what led it to this point? Ace of Wands. Well, this person's passionate. This person, someone could fly a lot. We do have a bird up there soaring in the sky. Where have they been, though, that this situation has been so bumpy that they're at that, like, I mean, that's extremes, right? Either we're going to be together, love you forever, or I'm going to be gone and never talk to you again, and it's time I know which. Like, what on earth, where have they been that we're in that situation? 7 of Wands, nothing but conflict, obstacles. What were the obstacles? Queen of Swords. Well, if there was someone in the mix that was an obstacle, or there was someone demanding truth, I don't know. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, we have a 2 of Coins in the reverse, and we have an Ace of Swords in the reverse. To me, this looks like there was an impasse here. Somebody could not, there was no balance. There was no way to get balance. And there was no way of knowing how things were going to work out in regards to this Queen of Swords. But a Queen of Swords in the upright is somebody who's really, they just expect truth. How does this king perceive the person that they love? 9 of Coins upright and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Well, that's interesting. They view her as single, but they also view her as someone trapped in a karmic phase, somebody who is kind of demanding and wants things their way. I don't understand. Why do they see her as a Queen of Wands in the reverse? This is interesting. Seven of Cups, well, they don't understand her. Knight of Coins upright. Three of Wands. I'm wondering if this could be different. They look, Queen of Wands in the reverse, they view her as somebody who's was trapped, but they're confused about who she is. It's like they never got time to get to know her. That would all have to happen in the future. And it's like this is so weird that they view her as somebody very well put together, knows and carries themselves really well, but either has insecurities, but again, they seem to not understand her. And they know that part too. So something here is not adding up. I'm almost feeling like what's the storyline between the person that they care about so much, that Queen of Wands in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords? Because I'm feeling like there's been, I don't know if there was some other energy in here that created the drama. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I don't like it. I'm not going to lie. I don't like it. I feel in this story, I feel like we actually have someone who says that they really need to know if they're going to be able to be with this person that they profess to love. But there was some kind of blockage because someone wanted truth, and there wasn't truth and there wasn't clarity. There was a blockage in regards to a Queen of Swords, who maybe this is just it. Maybe this person had been like, maybe the indecisiveness is a way of life for them. Maybe at one point in time, they were indecisive between this person and a Queen of Swords. So that was a blockage. Now that's not a blockage. They know who they want to be with. And now they need to go figure out, are they going to be able to be with who they want to be with, who they view as a Queen of Wands in the reverse, when they know darn well they don't really know her. They never really invested enough. They would need to spend time to get to know who she is. They feel like they love her, but I'm wondering if they more like love how independent she is. But the fact that they see her as a Queen of Wands in the reverse, and that the energy in between the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords scenarios seem to have been, yeah, the timing was wrong, but it's almost like, so there was no reason to worry about it, is the way they're seeing it. Like there was no reason to bother to tell either one that I'm thinking of, like, who do I want to be with? Because, the timing just wasn't right for them to make a choice. And they didn't seem to be stressed out about this. This is, well, I'm not describing a character that I admire. I can tell you that right now. This is a very tough one for me to express because they began with indecisiveness, but what we're seeing is continued indecisiveness, but then they only think about it through their perspective, their lens. And because their lens is so like wonky, I don't know. I'm unless something changes. How am I supposed to view this king? We have got the Nine of Wands in the reverse, like someone who's not ready. This king is nowhere near being ready for anything significant or real. 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands. Oh, this is not a terrific character. Okay, so their version of love. No. In this storyline, I said, how am I supposed to view them? Meaning, like, what is the essence of them? Because I'm not describing them in a very favorable light. They're confusing to me as a storyteller. And this doubles down on that and says it's because they're not ready to fix anything with anyone. They're still not really sure. They have things that they need to completely close chapters, but they're defensive about it because they actually always want to feel, this is very arrogant. They want to feel like they always are like they can do no wrong in their own eyes, and that they're heroic and that they did everything just right. They're defensive about how they handle things. And so they're not ready. And they might hurt people along the way and think that they're entitled to it. And they get defensive about that. And they're like, what do you mean? I didn't have to be with that person. Well, you don't, but you do have to treat people with grace. So either they didn't close something when they should have, or they left a Queen of Swords who was demanding truth from them they left her hanging because there was all kinds of confusion. But maybe it was because they could never decide. And a Queen of Swords is like, what's going on? You know, and that could have been like they were busy dealing with that because they didn't know what they wanted. Now that they think they know what they want, it's interesting that they are like, but I don't really know who the other person is. That Queen of Wands, I don't really know her, don't really understand her, but I do think that she's really stable. I'm wondering if that's more why they're drawn to that Queen of Wands. That they don't really have a super favorable opinion of is the weird part. And here we go again, Two of Swords. They don't know. Okay, let's kind of just take away all of this fluff. Let's get down to business. What's the universe got to say about this person? The moon in the reverse. So moon in the reverse to me is they've revealed who they are. Okay, moon in the reverse, they've revealed who they are. Princess of Staves. King of Sacred Circles in the reverse. There's somebody who maybe gets attracted to shiny things and sets off in new directions with no real intention of building on anything. And that's what they've revealed. Now, I don't know that they know this. How do they see themselves, universe? How does this character see themselves? Hold on, nothing's popped out yet. They see themselves as the star sideways, interestingly enough. Like they don't really know what they want. No wonder they're floundering in life. They don't have a clear vision of what their wish would even look like. What does their wish come true look like? I feel like this person flat out doesn't know themselves. This king does not know themselves. They get attracted to other shiny things. If somebody says, and maybe that's just it. Maybe that's why they're like, oh, wow, this Queen of Swords is great. But then there's this Queen of Wands, and she seems really self-sufficient. She or he, I don't read for genders. This is not really about a king, you know, who's got interest in two different queens. This could be all same sex. This could be all reversed. Doesn't matter. I don't read for genders. But in this storyline, we've got someone who doesn't know what they even want. So that's where all the problem begins. And they've revealed that about themselves. They've revealed that they get attracted to shiny things with no thought process of what they should be giving. They're not stable. They don't have something stable to offer. So that's why even now they're like, oh, now I think I'm done dealing with the Queen of Swords because she was asking too many questions, wanted truth, wasn't sure about what my intentions were. Well, that's because I wasn't sure about my intentions because the guy I got interested in this Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, I don't really know who she is. And so I need to kind of go ask her, look, is this going to happen or am I done thinking about you? And then I'll go off in my own direction. That this person is all over the map. What's the final takeaway about the situation? Six of Swords. Everybody should walk away and heal. The Queen of Swords should let them go and totally leave this mess behind her. The Queen of Wands should let this go and totally leave this mess behind her. And they should probably walk away from everyone for a while and go find themselves. Because there's a lot of, this is chaos. And chaos, like, how are we supposed to ever get to peace and harmony and self-realization if we're living in complete turmoil all the time? For anyone to discover what they really want, you got to kind of get in touch with oneself. So this is like, if things are too chaotic, it's probably because it's time to just go sit with oneself for a while until the energy calms down. Ace of Sacred Circles, and then start fresh with clearly defined boundaries. And this is for any character who's involved in this. Ace of Sacred Circles is the Ace of Pentacles. It's start from brand new beginning and genuinely know where the boundaries are. Know what this is this person, this is that person. This is what I accept. This is what I do not accept. You know, the Queen of Swords had to draw a line in the sand when she was confused about what was going on with them. Probably should have drawn a line in the sand sooner. The Queen of Wands, on the other hand, we never really saw how the Queen of Wands felt about them. it was all they wanted to go toward her, but they didn't even know who she was. Hold on. I should backtrack for just a moment. How did the Queen of Wands feel about them? If anything, I'm assuming that they had made some attempt with her. How did the Queen of Wands feel about them? Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Lovers. So she felt like they were slowly coming in to give her something stable. But then there was a question of, are they choosing me, or are they choosing me over somebody else? Are they going to be coming in at some point to be stable, or are they always going to be someone who I think is going to possibly keep options open? Are they stable, or are they somebody who always has another option of another lover? So the Queen of Wands was confused about them as well. Maybe that's why they saw her in the reverse, because it's like, oh, she's not that confident. It's like, oh my gosh, that is so not appropriate for them to be thinking that of her. Because it's not about whether or not I'm good enough to hold on to them. It's like she was questioning their behavior. Are they someone who wants to build and be stable? Or are they someone who's always going to have some wandering eye? It's interesting because I feel like this lead character, that king character, claims that they have all this love. But remember, they began with confusion. They began with, and now it makes sense, the Three of Cups. It's like, I feel like they fall in and out of infatuation really easily, but they realize that it's time, maybe because they ended things with the Queen of Swords, kind of, or they're about to, if they can get with the Queen of Wands. But it's like they know that they'd like to get some closure, because they really do obsess about stuff. But it's almost like it's all because they kind of convince themselves, but I love this person, but they don't really love anybody. They're very confused. And so, like I said, the big message here is all this has created unnecessary drama and conflict. And so this is a good time for these two queens to step away from any thought of this king and actually, define boundaries for themselves. Why would I wonder if this person is trustworthy, or if they're coming toward me, or wonder what's going on with them? If someone doesn't make their intentions clear, guess what? They ain't in my life. I shouldn't be left questioning whether or not this person knows who they are, knows how they feel about me. So I'm going to draw a line in the sand and start over with somebody new. I think it's kind of like all parties need to address things, move on from the chaos, and then when they have a new beginning with the rest of their life, to be more clearly defined about what their expectations are, about what they'll allow into their lives. And for that King of Wands, for them to figure out who they are, because if they're going to be one kind of a person in this kind of a relationship, they cannot also be here. They need to have defined boundaries moving forward. And that's just, they need some time to sit with themselves and learn who they are. So I don't feel like this is a story where any of these people are even meant to be together in this. It was more about like, wow, let's see, do we want to accept any of this? Let me ask one final question. Universe, what was the grand takeaway lesson then? Why did any of these characters ever interact? What was the purpose? The Hermit. It was all just so that every character could experience something that would push them into contemplation, to say, I don't think I like chaos or drama. So how do I make sure there's not chaos and drama in my life? It was just for each of them to learn if they were creating the chaos or if they were allowing the chaos in, what steps could they take to alleviate that? But first we got to identify, why was there drama? What did I not like about this? How do I want to change things? What power do I have in my own life? Because other people behave however they behave, but I always have power over my own life. So what do I not want? How can I better adjust my life so that I only allow things in that I do want? And so all of this was to create contemplation for every character, so that every character can be more successful and happier in their lives. Actually, I really liked this one. I felt like that was like such a good, like a quick little lesson in life is how I feel about that one. And I'm like, that's actually pretty nice, solid way to look at something that otherwise could have been very stressful, very hurtful. But that's not what the vibe was on this story. There was nothing to be stressed out or hurt over. It was just like, hey, wait a second. I don't think that chaos is where I want to, like, I don't want that to be my address. So how do I change things? Very nice. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this here. As I always say, thank you for visiting. If you do enjoy my art and would like to see more content, please do give it a thumbs up and please do subscribe. That's an awesome way for you guys to convey to me that you like it. Helps my channel to grow. But it's wonderful feedback for me that you like this and want to see more of it. And then I'll keep doing it. If you're new here, welcome. I am a fictional storyteller, not a psychic. So that means I'm not giving you guidance. I'm not telling you how your life is going to go or depicting anything about you personally. All of these are totally fictitious characters and stories. And I watch the characters play their storylines out for the purpose of entertainment. And then also, like, sometimes like this, I thought that had some nice new food for thought, new concepts, to new perspectives to like bat around in my mind about, like, oh, I liked the way that one turned out, because it was very soothing instead of stressful, and I liked that. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed the way I do. Bye.